Section 1. The Vanishing Morning. Lamy was only 9 when the morning that changed his life arrived. It was early, soft, and strangely silent. Even the chickens behind the house were quiet, as if they felt something coming. The village lay just outside a small town, close enough to hear the market noise on lucky days, far enough to feel the fear of the war that lived beyond the hills. Lamy woke to the cool smell of dawn. He rubbed his eyes and looked for his mother. She usually sat by the small clay stove, warming tea. But that morning, the stove was cold. The cup was empty. The door was slightly open, letting in a thin line of pale light. He stepped outside. His mother was standing in the yard with a scarf around her shoulders. She looked tired, but determined. Her eyes held a deep worry that she tried to hide. "Are you awake, Lamy?" she asked softly. He nodded. He felt something strange in her voice, something heavy. "I need to go to the town," she said. "I heard someone might have seen your father." Lamy's heart squeezed. His father had disappeared months ago, taken, forced, or simply swallowed by the confusion of the fighting. No one knew the truth. Every rumor was a small light in a dark room. "Will you come back today?" Lamy asked. His voice was thin, like a small leaf shaking in the wind. She touched his cheek with a warm hand. "Yes," she said. "I will come back today. I just need to know if he's alive." She tried to smile, but the smile didn't stay long. Then she walked down the narrow path toward the town. Her steps were quick. Her scarf danced behind her like a small white bird. Lamy watched her until she disappeared around the bend. He waited. He waited the whole morning, sitting on the doorstep with his hands wrapped around his knees. He waited through the afternoon, the heat pressing against his skin. He waited into the night, listening to crickets and distant gunfire. Every sound made him jump. But she did not return. The second day came. The sun rose again. Still no sign. On the third day, just after sunrise, everything changed. Lamy was outside, trying to sweep the yard, when he heard a sharp, cracking sound in the distance. Then another. Then many. Shouting. Rushing feet. The air itself seemed to tremble. The war had reached the village. People ran past his house. Someone yelled, "Hide! Hide! They're coming!" Lamy's small body froze. His heart beat so loudly he could hear it. He grabbed a small cloth bag, he didn't even know what was inside, and ran toward the forest behind the village. Smoke lifted into the sky. Houses burned. Children cried. The world behind him was breaking into pieces. He hid under a large tree until the sun died behind the hills. He cried quietly, afraid of the echoes of his own voice. That night, the village was swallowed by darkness and fire. He saw nothing left of home. No familiar roof. No quiet doorway. Not even the small garden where he once planted beans with his mother. He whispered to the night, "Mama, where are you? Papa, are you alive?" No answer came. The next morning, Lamy made the hardest decision of his life. He walked away from the flames, from the ruins, from everything he knew. His feet were small, his steps slow, but his spirit was stubborn. He headed toward the city that people called half-peaceful. A place where some streets were calm and others were broken. A place where the war breathed more quietly. He walked for hours, then for days. Sometimes he slept under trees. Sometimes he ate a piece of dry bread someone gave him. Sometimes he drank from streams that tasted of mud and sky. He kept going. In his heart, he believed he might never see his mother again. He believed his father was gone forever. But he also believed something small and bright deep inside him, a little voice that whispered, "Keep moving, Lamy. Keep moving." And so, the boy walked toward the city. Toward survival. Toward a future he could not yet imagine. This was the start of his long road, the road that would one day lead him to friendship, hope, and a reunion he never dreamed possible.